What's up, brother? Look at you. You're all professional. I have to hold my fucking mic, dude.
Yeah, man. From podcast to podcast.
I know. Do I sound all right? Sometimes I fuck this up.
Nah, you sound good. I
We,
think we got the same mic too.
we probably do. This is
Yeah,
the Audio Technica. It's like the cheapest one, but it's good, man.
it's really good.
Yeah, I've gone through a couple though. Have you had a problem with the USB?
That's I don't use the USB. Like,
Oh, you are hardcore. You use that? I don't even know what that
yeah,
is.
dude, you could get a mixer for like under $100, man. Like, it'll improve your quality even more. It's crazy.
I wouldn't even know what to do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. All
it's
those
pretty good.
buttons and stuff, man. I wouldn't even know
Bro,
where to start.
those buttons and stuff are just like effects. So it's like effects for like to change your voice sound, but I don't even touch
Ah,
any of that stuff.
interesting.
Yeah,
So, dude, let's just get right into it. Fuck, right?
why not?
So we got Jay Matias from the Jay Matias Unfiltered Podcast, pro fighter, and dude, it's been a while. How's things been going?
Things it's been good and bad, but mostly, life is a roller coaster, man. So it's been unpredictable, but I'm happy where I'm at right now in life.
Well, I remember listening to a bunch of your podcasts, especially when you first started, and just the journey you've been going through. And one of the most profound things was your ayahuasca, trip when you went down to South America. And dude, just hearing about that and just hearing about your experience doing it, it just it just sounds incredible. And at one point in time, I feel like I have to do that. I feel like the ayahuasca is calling me to do that.
Dude, ayahuasca, oh my god. I actually, since we're on that topic, I actually did it recently in the States through it's like a religious loophole. If it's a religious practice, then it's allowed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I have a connection that we do it through a religious loophole, and wow, like last year, like you heard the story, I did it because of I was depressed, and basically I cured my depression with ayahuasca. Last year in Peru, this year I did it again, but it was more for like it very much depends on your intention behind it. So my intention was basically help me become the highest version of myself.
I
So
dig
I
it.
want to, like become a better person. And wow, like, dude, it's like I wish I could just say one word and you would understand it, but it's like there's so much. Like Joe Rogan speaks on psychedelics and stuff, and it's like it's so much beyond our understanding that it's hard to put into words.
Yeah, I've heard so many people's stories about it, but all of them say that like you can't explain it. It's something you just have to do so you experience it yourself because it's something in like another dimension. And that's something that sounds fucking awesome. And it sounds like you've like really learned a lot about yourself through those experiences. What's like been the major epiphany you've had, if any, throughout the two ayahuasca trips?
The major epiphanies, all right. So the first, when I went to Peru last year, basically what I got out of it was your life depends on your perspective on it, and the purpose of life is love, because essentially that's what we come from. Mom and dad, they make love, they make you. So essentially, we come from that, and that's what it showed me. I was such in a dark place that, oh man, I don't wish that on anybody. Depression sucks, dude.
I believe it. Yeah.
Man, fuck. And it's just like, so basically that was it. Like I got love. Like that's what the answer was: love. We are one, and love. Show it to everybody. Now this year, dude, this was like September 11th weekend, so this is fairly recent. And the message I got was, it was a lot of different ones though, because it's like, dude, you're seeing visions and stuff, and like you're receiving intuitive messages for like from 4 to 8 hours. So it's hard to like jot down everything.
Mm.
Like I'm still remembering stuff from that
Yeah,
day.
it probably just pops up every now and then. You have
Yeah,
like a deja vu kind of thing.
exactly. So I just write it down and stuff. But all in all, I received that it's very similar. Like we are all one, and the answers to everything are within you. Like That's what gut feeling is. That's what your intuition is. That's why meditation helps. Like all these people put up, oh, how to do this, how to do that, but that doesn't, like, for example, all right, you could look up on YouTube how to become a millionaire, and there's tons of people gonna have opinions on that. But that might be their truth, but it's not the gospel truth. You know, it's not one way for everything. So that's why they say go within, and you'll find the answers. So that's what it was telling me. Is like you can listen to everybody's stuff, and it might resonate with you, but at the end of the day, you have to find your truth.
So have you been able to kind of find your truth and find your path or where you're going? And like, I saw recently that you're gonna be fighting again, and that gets me pumped up, dude. Like about goddamn time. So like, what are your plans, dude?
Oh hell yeah, man! I miss it. I'm getting back in there. Aziz, my trainer, I told him like 2 days ago. I told him it's just after I came back from doing ayahuasca recently. I just stopped teaching and everything. Like I resigned from my teaching position, and it was like I'm in good. Like I didn't burn my bridge, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in good terms with Aziz, and he understood. I just needed time alone after my ayahuasca experience, and basically, I was appreciating life on the next level. Like it was insane. But wait, what's the question again? I got fucking lost in my tangent.
Dude, just like, what did you're going back into fighting, and
Yeah,
like what's going on? Like, when are you fighting? I'm just excited to hear that you're getting back in the ring, and you've had this long layoff.
yeah.
And how long has the layoff been?
2 years exactly.
2 years, huh?
Yeah.
I'm almost a year off right now, and so
That's
I
from the arm.
no, from my last fight against Tehran, he knocked me out,
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
and it was kind of like an epiphany for me. It was like a bad ayahuasca trip, if there is such a thing, you know. He kind of knocked some sense into me because I didn't feel like I was as mentally focused at my fight camp, at the training, at the fight at hand, and so I had a lot of like negativity and doubt just in the back of my mind because of balancing the podcast and the website with my fight career. So I decided after that, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna focus on one thing at a time, try to get it to where I want to be, and then go. And it sounds like you kind of did the same thing with your life. You wanted to try to figure out your life before you like get back into a hardcore training routine and regimen.
Exactly. So yeah, basically spending time alone, like I understood what they meant by look within. Like you're gonna be with your own thoughts, your own feelings. And the truth I received from being with myself was I just want love, man. Simply, I just want love. And my passion is love. My passion is Muay Thai. Passion is the love of doing something, you know? So we already are creatures of love, but now I want to express it through action. So that's why I concluded, dude, I just want to fight again. Like, that's all I want to do. Like, teaching, whatever, it might come back to me, the itch for that, but I can always go back to teaching, man. I'm 25, I'm young. Let me take advantage of fighting.
Yeah, man, you just got to go at it. And it seems like you have the right mindset going back into training, and that time off is just going to make you burn that much more to like get back in the ring and make sure you do it the right way. And yeah, I'm pumped for you. Do you have like a timeline for when you want to get back in, or are you in any kind of shape? Have you been training? What's been going on with that?
I haven't been training like that, but I've been eating very clean, so that helps.
Have you changed your diet to like vegetarian or vegan? Because I feel like all your Seton guys are doing that.
Yeah, vegan.
How's that been?
It's been good. I
Yeah.
got used to it now. I mean, I'm not perfect, so I'll go off. Like, for example, like today I ordered a coffee, forgot to ask for like an alternative milk, coconut milk, and they put like regular cow's milk.
Oh man,
And I
you're
realized
not vegan. Got milk in your coffee. It's a shame.
because people compare it to perfection. Like,
Yeah.
nothing's perfect. I messed up, all right. I'm not gonna freaking tell the world, all right, I messed up my vegan diet, so I'm not vegan anymore. It's like,
Yeah, it's like you get one tire popped, so you just
yeah,
slash all four, and you're like, fuck it. You might as well just not even try, you know? But that's so
yeah,
stupid and detrimental to like what you're trying to do. If you make one mistake, then you might as well give up. That's so fucking stupid.
yeah. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I've been on a vegan diet for exactly 2 years since I got it. since I got injured and had surgery.
Really? Did the
Yeah.
doctors put you on that? And like, how have you felt like your body has changed for the better because of it? Obviously, because you've been doing it for 2 years on by choice. You know.
Yeah, they didn't recommend. I just since I had a lot of time recovering the surgery and stuff, I was like, what is the most optimal way to recover from surgery? So then I was looking into that, and then I seen a lot of like people like Rich Roll, they're vegan and stuff, and it just everything just binded together, and I was like, all right, let me try it. I used to freaking make fun of them. I said you can't judge anybody because you don't know if you end up doing it
Uh
eventually.
huh.
So now I'm vegan and I feel lighter, dude. I'm walking around 140 and I fight 132. So it's like my
That's
weight loss
a
is gonna be cake.
that's a easy cut, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, and plus even like raw vegan, like I did raw, like only fruits and vegetables for like I did it for 3 months straight, and I was I was actually yeah I was 133.
You just ate fruits and vegetables for 3 months straight.
3 months, yeah. As until I was satisfied, I did it for 3 months,
That's
and
crazy. That takes a lot of mental strength, man, and willpower.
I mean, but as a fighter, you know yourself, like we're so used to going on diets that it's almost normal for us to try to do these things. Just like speaking to somebody that doesn't do these things, it's hard for them, but it's easier for us. If
Hmm.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can get into that mindset of like, this is what I'm doing. I'm setting my mind to this. This is what I'm gonna do. But with diet and everything, that's always been difficult for me. And I've
Yeah.
like tried vegetarian. I've tried vegan, and I usually go for like a couple weeks. I don't think I've ever made the full month of doing one or the other. But it's always really interesting, and then you just kind of open your mind to different styles of eating. I've tried the paleo. I've tried like every single kind just to see how my body reacts. And
Mm.
it's so hard to judge what my body works best off of. Have you been able to figure out that like have you been able to like document essentially what you've been eating and kind of gauge what your energy levels and your mental clarity and focus are like based on what you eat?
Yeah, I definitely noticed a difference. I mean, the diets that most fighters do, and I was definitely doing this myself, so I'm not trying to judge anybody. I call it the roller coaster
Mm,
diet.
I think every fighter knows that shit.
You go healthy for fight camp, and then
Yeah.
you just binge eat like crap. So, so that's where my like my time off helped me, man, because I realized like, dude, we're healthy fighters, but damn, man, we're not a good example. It's a bad example for people. Like, let me fix it up. So I did some introspective work, like looked it up, did my research and stuff, and honestly, like the difference is so amazing, dude. Like, especially raw vegan. God, I did it for 3 months, and I definitely see the spirituality aspect. Like you feel like a different being almost, so to speak. The mental clarity is, dude. It's like HD 1080p.
Really?
I was looking before it was 480p. Now it's 1080p. Put it like that.
Huh. So you really felt like you were just more present and focused because you were more conscious of what you were eating and you were eating clean, healthy stuff. Was everything pretty much organic, or were you just trying to make sure you get vegan products or yeah, vegan products?
Yeah, I do mostly organic, man. I highly believe in that. No pesticides and stuff, and more availability of nutrients and stuff like that. But it's not perfect. Sometimes I can't get organic, so I'll get local. And even that, like if I don't get something organic, I don't beat myself up about it.
So after I broke my arm, I looked into going vegan, and I did it for a little bit. That's when I like that was a period I did it for a week, and then I was told that the lack of vitamin D and calcium in a vegan diet is hard to overcome, especially excuse me, with a bone break, and you need those kind of vitamins and minerals for your bones to heal. So, have you? What was your injury exactly?
All right, so let me show you here. So I had like
Nasty.
see that's my bicep, right? Look, it's like pulled up.
That's right,
Yeah.
torn bicep. Fuck.
So the tendon actually, so the tendon got torn, and like when you throw a middle kick and you swing your arm, well, I hyperextended my arm during a kick, man. in the fight. So that's what basically happened. I just ruptured it.
And you felt like the vegan diet was the best way to go about recovery? Was that like
Yeah,
one of the main reasons you went to a vegan diet was because of your injury?
yeah, that's the main reason actually. That's why I did it through the research that I did, and I felt like it worked.
That's interesting because that you just hear so many different things from so many different sources. It's hard to know like what the fuck is right. But I think you have the right mentality with just trying out different things and see how you feel off it. My struggle is just trying to figure out which one is the best and
Mm.
which one I need to stick to. But I've never tried just vegetables and fruits for 3 months. That seems crazy.
Dude, yeah, that definitely sounds extreme, but it's honestly the original diet. Like
Yeah,
they call it the Adam and Eve diet. Like
that's
before that,
true.
that was what was on the earth. So like, I recommend people to try it before they judge it. You know, like do your research, of course, and it's very simple. Just eat the fruits you like and incorporate greens in it. You know, and change it up. Don't eat the same thing every day, just so you
Yeah.
get varied nutrients and stuff.
So you mentioned that you did a lot of introspective work and a lot of time alone. And I feel like as a fighter, most of the time that we're training, like I mean, obviously we need sparring and pad work and all that kind of shit. But the road work, the bag work, the shadow boxing, and when we're working by ourselves is like a super important part of being a great fighter. And I think that's what separates people from being good to great is the people who put in that extra work when no one else is watching. Do you feel that since you've been able to get all this alone time that you'll be able to train not only harder but a little bit more with focus and clarity like you mentioned?
Yeah, man, I'm a brand new person, bro. Brand new. Like, it's insane. And yeah, because I'm more truthful to myself now. Like Bruce Lee said it. Like, to be a fighter is to honestly express yourself. And that's the hardest thing to do. It's easy to be cocky, show off, to have a very like cocky feeling, but to honestly express yourself is very hard. And now through all this work with ayahuasca and introspective work, looking in, like I'm more truthful to myself, man. I used to be really insecure. Like, I mean, I'm not perfect. I still have insecurities. I'll admit it, because there's always work to be done. And but but the best advice is so simple. We've gotten it all these years growing up. Be yourself.
I know it seems so hard, right? Because society talk about like deep talks right now. We just start off on ayahuasca and go through
Yeah.
this whole like inner thoughts and demons and shit, but like it really just comes down to I feel the way society has kind of not brainwashed. Brainwash isn't the right word, but it's just such a blueprint for us to follow that so many people follow it and they feel like that's what they should be doing, and then no one has this time to do the introspection and to really find out what they want and how to just be themselves because they're always worried about how other people are going to think of them and what their boss is going to think of them, their family, their friends. And so being able to get that time alone, I feel like is crucial, man. And do you feel like without that alone time, well, obviously without that alone time, you wouldn't be who you are today, right?
Yeah, man.
And you said it's like a rebirth, and I feel like that
Uh,
that fighting is such a spiritual thing. Do you kind of? I started fighting just to like see how tough I was and to challenge myself
yeah.
essentially. And when I found out after like going through deep waters that I can keep going, it's a really enlightening experience when you have to like dig deep and find out a lot about yourself and see if you're not a bitch, pretty much. And I find that so spiritually like awakening, no matter how corny that sounds. And I feel that the whole training camp leading up to it, I was just explaining this to my friend who doesn't understand fighting. I was like, it's not just fighting. It's like the pain and sacrifice and the time away from your family, your friends that you put into training camp,
Yeah.
and the diet that you're on, and all the sacrifices you make, the mental battle you wage with yourself in your head, and then getting to fight night, and then performing on fight night, and then getting your hand raised. There's nothing that feels fucking better than that. There's nothing that feels better than that.
Completely agree, dude. Like, and I agree on the spiritual aspect as well, man. It's just it's a lot of work fighting, but it's high reward, man. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Very hard. Well, Yeah, well,
Uh,
actually,
uh.
let me take that back. Ayahuasca is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, I can
I
believe
haven't
that.
tried it. Yeah, because it's a lot of work. You're facing yourself and your inner fears and insecurities stuff.
Well,
And
that's
that's what,
why they're so similar in a
yeah,
sense.
yeah. So that's why I love fighting, man, because it's the challenge. Like I love it. It's like I'm hating at the moment, but damn, I kind of love it too. Like just that struggle to get better. You know, if everything was easy, there would be no pleasure, man.
Hmm.
You know, we have to have the good in order to have the bad. But that I feel like, and especially since we're both passionate about this, like that's what's gonna keep us going in this sport. Like that's the thing that's gonna keep us holding on, no matter how hard it gets
Hmm.
in the ring or whatever our endeavors are. You know,
I
that's
would feel like I wouldn't be growing if I wasn't training to fight essentially and challenging myself. I would have to, even after Muay Thai, I would have to be doing something that's like challenge me physically and mentally on the like same planes. So this way I continue to find more about myself that I wouldn't find just going through the comforts of life, coming home, watching TV, just like doing the same shit all day every day.
no, I yeah, dude, I'm right on the same page with you. And now, oh my God, ayahuasca made me understand why people do self-destructive habits like smoking cigarettes and stuff. It's at the end of the day, you want love. Like at the end of the, it doesn't matter. Like for example, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like even I took this week off, and I was kind of searching for myself in a way, but I kind of already knew. So then I noticed myself doing things like I grabbed a pack of cigarettes, right? American Spirit. Then I just started smoking, right? This was like a week ago. Then I'm like, all right, I'm smoking it. I see the pleasure. See, that's why you can't judge anybody because look at me. Look
Hmm.
what I'm doing. You know, that's not to say I'm a smoker. It's just my little journey that I was going through. So basically, I'm smoking, and then I end up concluding like, dude, why the hell am I smoking, man? Like, it's a pleasure. I agree. It feels good, but I still feel empty after that shit. Like, damn, what do I really want? And then that's when I figured, dude, I just want love. My intuition. That's what I like about ayahuasca. Do that. Like 2 weeks after you do it, you're so sensitive to everything. Like your inner voice, you can hear it speaking to you loudly. Like there's no like it's crazy, and you could distinguish it between your thoughts. It comes from like here, from your stomach, and it was telling me, dude, what do you really want? And I felt like a slight pause, and it says love, and then I'm like, what is love to me? Muay Thai is love. It's, I just want to fight. Fuck.
Do you feel like, in addition to your love for just Muay Thai itself, but the adoration of the fans and having like a team around you and the love of a team and trainers and all that kind of stuff is another reason why you feel that Muay Thai is such a passion of yours?
Yes, man, all of it. The attention, the unity, the getting to know people. Like what we're doing right now is freaking awesome.
Yeah, dude. It's been a while.
Hell
It's been a
yeah.
while. Yeah, like you said, like when the last time we probably chatted was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Like at least
yeah,
2 years ago. Before yeah, well before both of our injuries.
yeah, yeah. You're right.
Shit.
Damn, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And
We're just both new people, I feel like.
yeah, we're always growing, man. And now that I remember, dude, I was just talking to my brother Goose, and he was just talking about Chris Malseri. Like after I fought him and stuff, they got cool. Like him, Chris, and Chris's brother. I think it was baddies or something. They went out to like get girls and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, dude, how cool is that? Like he's my opponent, and then he's like cool friends with my brother. Like that's awesome.
It's such a strange community in that sense because I feel like it's so unique to the Muay Thai scene. Like in MMA, I feel like it wouldn't really be as possible, and even boxing, it's a little bit more egotistical in that way. And not that I'm not saying that everyone in those sports are, but you just see the arrogant Floyd Mayweather, and you see all these types of fighters just performing just dramatic acts just to build their name. But in Muay Thai, it's just like love. It's just all love, like you're
Oh,
saying, you know.
that's
By the
Peace and
way,
love.
I would love to see you and Chris fight again at some point.
Dude, no, for sure, that's gonna happen.
That
Like,
would be. You guys were throwing bows at each other for like
yeah,
2 rounds straight. It was sick.
yeah, yo, he caught me though. He caught me with that spinning elbow. Like
Dude,
at that moment,
that fight,
that
it was crazy because like it was just nonstop for the whole like, well, it went 2 rounds and got stopped after the second or
yeah,
something like that, right?
yeah,
And
the
the
second round.
the whole entire time, I remember it was Chris's debut, and I was like, "Damn, dude, pace yourself!" And you guys are just going fucking balls to the wall. I was like, "How the hell?" Yeah, but yeah, you guys were throwing. I remember that was like the first time I saw so many elbows thrown with like ferocious, just slashing across each other's
Yeah, that's
faces.
the star right here, man.
Hell yeah. It was crazy. So I would love to see you guys again. And where do you think your next fight will be? Your comeback fight will be, or you're just planting the seed right now. You're getting back into training, and you'll just see where you feel and what kind of opportunity pops up, or do you have like an idea of where you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling it for like the end of the year, November, December. So I'm feeling it out. See what Aziz says,
There's
and
usually a lot of shows around that time of year too. So
yeah, yeah, and I definitely want to start like here in the local area, New York,
hmm
instead of overseas. So, but yeah, that's why I don't know if you saw recently. I started a GoFundMe campaign,
yeah, I did see that.
a comeback fight. So if anybody is willing to help me raise funds for my fight camp, we all know it can get really expensive with dieting and all of that, massages and yoga and all of that.
hmm
So you could just go to GoFundMe.com/J Comeback, JayComeback.
That's an easy one to remember.
Yeah,
That's key, man. That's key. You can't have some wacky ass link to send
yeah.
people to, especially on a podcast. I find that's
Oh,
very
for sure.
difficult.
Dude, podcasting is awesome.
Yeah, dude. So, like, how's your podcasting journey been? Because mine has been insane, just like the people I've been talking with, and it seems like you've been really enjoying yourself too.
Yeah, it's been awesome, dude. And now that I'm more true, well, yeah, I've been true to myself before too, but now more so than ever. So I'm just getting guests that truly catch my interest. I don't care if they have a big audience. I don't care about any of that. If you catch my attention and I'm interested, then I want to have you on the show. Simply like that. And I've had friends on, and dude, it's so many gifts. Like obviously, I'm not making money from it yet, but it's so many gifts. Like you're enjoying the most primitive form of entertainment, which is conversations with people, and it's giving you laughter, it's giving you joy, and that's the part that I love about it. It's like now society basically puts their attention to enjoy your phone. It's supposed to unite us, but it's disconnecting us from everybody.
Isn't it interesting?
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So that's basically the reason why I started the podcast, to have something else in my life besides Muay Thai, and to enjoy the most primitive form of entertainment, which is conversations with people. And sometimes I'll veer off and have it more like interview style, but like mine is random, dude. Like I don't have a set thing.
It's just like a
That's just
talk show, kind of.
Yeah. So I mix it up. Sometimes it's one directional. Sometimes it's whatever. But I'm having fun. I love it. Podcasting. Whoever wants to do it, and you have any questions, hit me up. I'll definitely help you out.
Yeah, it's crazy too because anyone can do it. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of you buy one of these mics that we got. It's like 40, $50. You
Yeah.
just plug that shit in, you record it, and there's a couple more things you have to do. But
Yeah.
essentially, if you really wanted to do it, there's nothing stopping you. And like the radio, all these advertisements, and it's so hard to find stuff that you enjoy listening to. Why not make the stuff you enjoy listening to and enjoy like creating it? So how have your guests been? Like, how have the feedback been from your guests and your fans and all that?
People love it. I mean, usually people feel like, damn, like dude, you're reaching out to me. I'm honored, like that you want me on your show, and the audience as well. The audience, like sometimes I have to reach out to them to ask them, what do you think about it? And a lot of people, I just been getting a lot of positive things. Some people like will criticize, but like it'll be constructive. So it's like to make my show better.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not just
So
all out like hate, like your show sucks,
yeah,
cancel.
yeah, Yeah, so that's what I like. People are looking out, especially since I come from the Muay Thai community. Like a lot of people from the Muay Thai community listen to it, but that's also why I made it like broad. So it's not just for Muay Thai.
Mm-hmm.
It's for everyone.
So like, what kind of people have you had from outside the Muay Thai community?
Oh, so I had this guy Evan Ginsberg. He has his own show. He's like an internet radio TV show host. He's a big wrestling fanatic, and I don't know if you saw that documentary, The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
So like the WWE wrestling kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I saw like the beginning and parts of the end, but I didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah. Well,
I get the gist of it though.
yeah. He's the associate producer of that, and like we live really close to each other. And so I had him on the show, and I never met him, and I just reached out to him. Also, I had this rapper Jay Hardy. So it's like varies, I play around with it. Like Evan was a radio host before all this, before his internet show. He was a radio host for 16 years, and he used to interview like a lot of wrestlers and stuff like that. So I definitely, like I said, it's people who catch my attention and stuff like that.
Have you mainly met these people in person, or do they catch your attention from online sources?
Mostly, to be honest, it's mostly through recommendations. Like Evan, I got through my brother. My brother had met him before, and he recommended because my brother like gets into acting gigs and modeling gigs. So I got him through that. I got the rapper Jay Hardy through Evan, the recommendation, because he had him on his show.
So word of mouth is the way to go, huh?
Basically.
Do you plan on do you have a path that you want to take with this show, or is it just more or less you're just trying to find interesting people to talk to and you're just gonna do it until you get bored of it?
Both sound good.
Yeah, right.
Both sound good. Let me just say two words, and you'll know the answer. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, yeah, dude, that guy lives the dream. Like
Yeah.
he talks for a living. That's what he does. Like in all aspects, with comedy, with the podcast, with commentating and shit. And being your own boss is the coolest fucking thing, man. And like, if you can do that with your podcast and get to the point where you get advertisers and sponsors and you really start networking with like bigger and bigger people, yeah, who the fuck knows, man? Who the fuck knows?
There's no limit, dude, because there's all these courses on how to start podcasts and stuff. Yet he didn't take any of those courses.
No, yeah.
He doesn't do anything that anybody else does. He just on the description he'll just put what the person does, and that's it.
Yeah.
Basically, no show notes. Like
He keeps it simple, man.
yeah.
And I notice you do do you do live streams?
Yeah, I do live streams on Ustream, but I'm gonna do it on YouTube now. I figured it out.
Oh, cool. Because I have no idea how to do that, but that seems really interesting. And how
Yeah.
have you? So you've had a couple podcasts go through live stream or Ustream or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, since the fourth one, I have 19 episodes now, and since the fourth one, I've been doing on Ustream.
And how has so why do you feel like the video aspect is so important as well as the audio? Because most of mine are audio because I don't want to have to do my hair and worry about all that kind of shit in front of the camera, you know? So why do you feel like the video is important?
I just feel like when I started watching podcasts through Joe Rogan,
Mm-hmm.
so definitely a lot of people are in YouTube. So YouTube is a big platform, so that's why I kind of wanted the video aspect because a lot of people start from YouTube. Because I started from YouTube and then I went to the audio versions because if I'm on the go, I still want to hear it.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can use both.
So are you gonna be doing interviews the entire time, or are you trying to just get like a group of people to have like a casual conversation? It sounds like you're trying to do a little bit of both.
Yeah, I mix it up. Both. I've been doing both on my show.
And Joe Rogan was one of like the guys you got the idea from. It seems like he's had a pretty big influence on you because I know ayahuasca was initially from him. I mean, he brought attention to that to me too. He's opened my eyes to a lot, and yeah, his podcast is great because, like you were saying before, it's a disconnect from no one's on their phone. They're just having a conversation, and it's as simple as that. conversation with interesting people is like such a overlooked thing, and it's such an interesting thing. And I love having conversations in person with people too, because it's just I'm not an extrovert by any means. I don't like go out of my way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like meet people and talk to people. But when the timing is right and I'm having a conversation with someone, I like to ask interesting questions to like find out more about just like who they are as a person. And I feel like a podcast scenario where you're able to actually sit down, turn off your phone, and do that, it's very rare in such a busy world that we have now. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I completely agree. And even but podcasting has helped in that aspect as well. Like I catch myself in conversations with people, and I'm like, dude, I could guide this any way I want to.
Yeah. It's a skill. It's a skill,
Yeah,
right?
man. And you don't notice it, but I noticed it after a while. I was like, holy crap, this is pretty cool. Like if you notice, like I'm having a conversation with 4 or 5 people, and I see like my everyone's attention is focused on one person. I could like casually, politely interrupt this person to ask the other person's opinion so they could get a chance.
You do it with multiple people, which I don't do. So that's like a whole nother way of kind of playing puppeteer to where the podcast is going. That's really interesting because you're kind of like the orchestra guy. I don't even know what the fuck
Yeah,
he's called, dude.
that's a great analogy. That's a great analogy. And but I guess you can say that that's almost the challenge that I had to occupy myself during this time that I haven't been fighting.
Hmm.
So because it is kind of hard, but I like it. I like that it's hard. And but my brother is also the co-host when he feels like it. I let him slide. I let him slide.
Well, another thing about podcasting is you really put yourself out there, and you have, like you say, you have to be yourself. Was that an adjustment at all? Did it take a little time for you to find your voice, or did you feel like once you started, you kind of got the hang of it?
Yeah, surprisingly to myself, I adapted like that, dude. Just I don't know how it came very natural to me, and it just flowed, man. I didn't even think about it. It was just flowing. I catch myself doing things, and then I would be hesitant on things to say, but then I'm like, dude, look at Kevin Hart. All his jokes are about his life.
Yeah, yeah,
Like he just did an interview, like I think it was 6 months ago on Sway's Universe or something like that, and he literally admitted like all my jokes are from my life, so I'm speaking the truth, and people laugh, and I put it all on the table, and people still love me, and I still have haters. So either way, just be yourself because either way you're gonna have love or hate, love and hate. So that's why I decided to put it all on the table. My how my ex girlfriend like got pregnant, she had an abortion and all of that. Like the truth will set you free, man. Seriously, like you feel like I'm good, dude.
it's very liberating because
Yeah,
you carry that shit around you, whether you feel it or not. It's all subconscious, and then that's where like depression and all that shit kind of come into play, and then you're just like, what the fuck happened? And you have to like snap yourself back to the present moment to try to just capture what the fuck is going on, you know?
yeah. Depression, I had it sucks, but depression is fear internalized. You know, I'm that's my personality. I'm not a how do you say a violent person, so to speak, aside from Muay Thai, but
Yeah. Yeah,
so
that's another interesting about Muay Thai
yeah.
fighters. I don't mean to cut you off. It's just like we're not violent people, us fighters. You know, it's very bizarre. Anyway,
No, it's true, man. So I don't express myself violently from day to day. So I care about people so much that if I have fear of something, I'll internalize it and carry the burden. So I'm betraying myself, so I won't betray you because I don't want to express anger and stuff to you. But that's bad for me because I'm getting depressed now because I'm bottling everything up, and that's where ayahuasca helped me unleash and purge all these repressed feelings. And God, it felt so good, dude. It feels good to be me right now.
hell yeah, dude.
It was awesome. And I'm not trying to say that like in a cocky way, but fuck, I'm happy to be me right now.
That's the way everyone should feel. Everyone
Yeah.
should be able to feel the way you feel. And it's sad that like hallucinogenics and psychedelics like ayahuasca are so looked down upon. And I get shit thrown at me for smoking weed. Like I'm high right now, but can you tell? You know, like
No, you're not. You're not.
Yeah,
I
see,
didn't know.
almost every podcast I do, I'm at least a little bit lit, just because I'm able to have better conversations. I think of more creative questions, and
Nice.
when I post about marijuana, people are like, "Oh, you're a bad role model, this and that." I'm like, I'm just being me. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
not be me because it might offend someone. Like, fuck that. That's bullshit, you
It
know?
is bullshit, dude. And yo, if you enjoy it, right on, brother. That's all you. You know, I'm not against weed. I'm actually for it. And look at all these states that are recreational now, so people should start waking up. You know.
And did you see that whole Nick Diaz bullshit too?
Oh my God.
Someone could do
Oh,
steroids and coke and get in less trouble than someone who smokes some weed.
5 years though.
It's like a
God.
career ender. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Just for
It's
smoking
like
weed. And then you hear his backstory of how like fucked up his growing up was and how weed's kind of like a way to settle down and deal with his social anxiety and all that kind of shit.
I gotta I gotta look into that. I haven't seen it, but
Yeah, but his girlfriend killed himself herself in front of a
wow.
car, like all this fucked up shit. He had to move from school to school. He kept getting in fights growing up. Like he had a fucked up past. And then to take away like what he's worked so hard to achieve as one of the best fighters in the world just because he smokes is like so ridiculous. And then people who take steroids, which can eventually inevitably hurt someone more because they're stronger and faster and all that kind of shit. That's not looked as down upon as weed. It's just like just blows my mind the ignorance of drugs and that whole world. It just drives
Yeah,
me fucking
America.
crazy.
America
America,
gotta get this shit right,
America.
bro.
Oh man. It's a love hate thing that I have with America though, because like we have
Yeah.
we have so much shit right, and I love the country and the opportunities that come from the country. But then we fuck up so much shit, and we're like the laughing stock at so many other countries, and they're like, "What are you doing?" It's just I don't know, like Donald Trump running for president. I don't know.
Oh
I don't
God.
know.
Shit. Oh God.
I don't
Sorry.
know, man.
Gotta laugh.
Ah,
Gotta laugh.
so going back to your Muay Thai, man.
Yeah.
What are your goals with that? Like where you're trying to go? Do you have like a specific idea where you want to take it, or you just want to get back in it and just feel what it's like to get back in the ring?
Uh, I want to say this, but I don't want to sound cocky saying this.
Dude, you gotta believe in yourself, especially as a fighter.
Yeah, I believe in myself, but I'm just gonna say it. I am the best fighter in the world, dude. Period.
If you believe that shit, that's gonna take you far.
Yeah, period. I am the best fighter in the world. So that essentially says everything. That being said, I'm doing this for the love of it. You know, if I didn't love it, I would not be doing it. I've tried boxing, I've tried jujitsu. My heart is not in those things.
Mm-hmm.
I gave these things a chance. But no, Muay Thai is my life. So basically, yeah, I just want to enjoy the journey, accept the challenges that come with it, embrace all of it, because I love all of it. That's basically it.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I can't fucking wait for you to get back in the ring. And it's been super real talking with you. It's just like opened my mind to so many different things, and just seeing your success from being down in the dirt and then you're climbing back up, and you're so positive and optimistic about the future. It's like good shit, man. It's good talking to you.
Thank you. Likewise, yo. You're doing great things right now. Like, yo, I don't care what people say, dude. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
You got freaking blessings from Shatri. Sit your tongue.
Yeah, fucking right. It's like what the fuck.
Yeah, that podcast is great, by the way. But if he says that, yo, you could do what you want, and he approves what you're doing, yo, forget the haters, dude. Like, keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, man. Because the haters can like,
Yeah,
but like you said, the amount of positive feedback I get compared to the amount of negative feedback is overwhelming. And so I love what I do, man. Just like you're loving life right now, I'm loving life right now. And this podcast has opened up so many doors to so many different things. It's been a wild ride, dude. Talk about a roller coaster, just like you're saying.
I completely agree. And so this is also a thing I wanted to mention.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fighting experience doesn't mean anything. Doesn't matter who you think you are. Doesn't matter if you're Thai. Doesn't matter if you're Dutch. Doesn't These things don't matter. All it takes is one punch. I fought a guy that had 90 fights. I have 10, and I drop them. Just because you have experience doesn't mean you can't make a mistake. So there is no gospel truth in fighting. I understand you have your ways, but please be open minded. And this is a message for myself too to remember that's being recorded so I can look back at this as well. So that being said, please don't look at like Sean Fagan's stuff and be like, like he's just started his pro career, this, that, and the third. Like, nah, I don't feel like I could learn from him, this and that. Dude, you can learn from anybody, and I'm an instructor, so I'm telling you as it is. I learned so much from kids. I learned so much from people less experienced from me. So please, don't freaking reduce these things just because you think you can't learn from them. You can learn from anybody,
The
even if
whole
it's a first day.
the whole beginner's mind. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Curb your ego, my friends. Curb your ego. Shut
Indeed.
yourself before you ready.
Yeah, man, because it's those closed-minded people that aren't gonna make it far in the sport or in life in general. So I'm right there
Yeah,
with you, man. You can learn from anyone, and
hell yeah, dude.
yeah, it's been so cool because I've been getting new videos from different instructors from all around the world, and it's been going on my YouTube channel. And every time I'm uploading them, I'm watching the videos. I'm learning so much to like implement into teaching class, implement into my sparring and all that kind of shit. So yeah, I gotta give a shout out to like all the supporters and stuff too, because you know without like support and the people around you and the love that you get, you wouldn't be able to do what you love. So
No, I completely agree. We're all in this together. We're all here to support ourselves. We're all one. Dude, we are all one. God, people don't see it, man. People don't see it. I see it. It's freaking awesome. And I could go on a tangent about that, but just well, I'll keep it simple. That's advice. Keep it simple, stupid. We are all one. Look within, and you'll find your answers.
So, dude, if people want to find out more about your podcast and just what's going on with your life career, how do they do it?
All right, I wrote a few things down.
All right, dude. That's the best way to do it because I get to this point with other people I interview, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like I have no idea, and then they forget, and then they have to message me back and be like, "Oh, could you add this to it and this?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh man."
it took me almost 20 episodes to realize that. But yeah, so first off, again on the I have a GoFundMe campaign. Basically, if any of you, all of you, could look out and support and donate, GoFundMe is for a good cause. I'm getting back in the ring, and all the help would be efficient. Whether it's good vibes, $1 even, anything could help. But thank you. It's that you can go GoFundMe.com/JComeback, JayComeback. Also, shout out to where I train at, CtonGymNY.com. Shout out to Aziz. Shout out to Custom Monk Calls, man.
Oh, Joel, right? He's
Joel and
yeah.
Jillian, dude.
Hell yeah, that is
Yeah,
beautiful stuff that they're doing. I try to get people seeing that on like Instagram and shit. They do really well made custom moncons, man. It's just fucking awesome.
yeah, and they burned their boats, dude. Like they're all in for Custom Monk Calls. Like they're full on. Like Jillian, she's not working anymore. She's 100% involved in it. She's a great girl. Like, dude, she understands a lot about Muay Thai as well. Like, it's crazy. Like, I could go on about that. On to the next thing. Uh, Shout out to the Pursue podcast, though.
Oh yeah, Rob.
Robert.
Yeah, he's the
Robert.
man.
He's the man, dude. He's the man.
He's doing the podcast thing like every single day. I feel like.
He's on fire, dude. He's ahead of me. And yeah, so subscribe to my podcast on iTunes or Stitcher or any other audio outlet. Look up J Matias Unfiltered, JayMatias Unfiltered. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just look up J Matias and you'll find it. And on social media, I'm Facebook J Matias, Twitter at J Matias, Instagram J. Matias.
Nice. Those are all pretty simple ones too. So
Yeah.
that's good.
I forgot. Oh, I got a website too.
Oh shit. That's the number one thing you should be saying.
I did it. It's not 100%, but you can still see the stuff on it. It's jmatias.net. Yeah, I know. I copied Joe Rogan. jmatias.net. Simple as that. Just check it out, and you can reach out to me, message me. You need help, you want to show love, just message me on Facebook and all that stuff.
Sweet dude. Well, I'll get this podcast to you. We'll probably get it up on Monday. I'll shoot you the video like as soon as possible. I'll try to upload it tonight via Dropbox and send it on over to you. And then yeah, I'll just shoot you all the links and all that kind of shit, and we'll keep in touch, bro.
Hell yeah. We'll see each other for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, keep doing your thing, man, and I'll talk to you again soon, all right?
No doubt, brother.
All right, peace.